Oh, sunny days did not last here in Colorado. Despite it officially being spring, another wintry storm has made its way to the metro. You're looking live at the 9 News backyard in the city of Denver, where you can just see that snow falling and falling and falling. Earlier today, it was bringing hail to places like Arvada. Now those conditions have changed to snow and will continue throughout the night. We have team coverage tonight following this storm. Brianna Clark is in the southern metro in Castle Rock. Angeline McCall is in the foothills of Golden. We'll hear from them in just a minute, but first, straight to meteorologist Chris Bianchi for the very latest.
All right, thanks, Jenny. And we're talking about some pretty decent snow that's already fallen. Most of us at 2 inches plus across the metro area right now. Netherland at 4 inches, Northwest Denver 3 inches, 3.5 for us in Fort Collins, and Arvada at 2.5 already. And folks, we're probably still talking about another 3-4 hours of this kind of heavier snowfall that's setting on in. I'm going to show it to you on HD Doppler radar in just a second. Highest totals west and south of downtown. Most likely to see at least 3 inches, 3 to 6 inches, and some areas will see certainly more than that. Again, the heaviest snow between about now and 1 a.m. So a few more hours of this heavier stuff to go. And we're seeing kind of that snow set on up here right along the I-25 corridor. Now, kind of one thing to kind of zero in on. If you're joining me from Arvada on up to Broomfield, down through Lakewood, really kind of west of I-25 and getting out towards 470 along Highway 6 here. That's where you're seeing this band of very intense snowfall. This is likely 1 inch per hour snowfall, if not maybe 1.25 inches per hour snowfall. So that's where we're going to probably get some of those highest totals out of that band. And same here on the south side of the metro area. Downtown, this is moderate snowfall. We're just showing you the 9 News backyard. It's snowing pretty decently out here, but again, it's this little narrow band right in here, sitting on up just to the west of downtown that'll produce some of those highest totals. South of town, seeing steady snow basically everywhere. And also northern Colorado. This is going to end up being our upset zone where we end up with a few inches of snow for us, already about 3 inches I mentioned for us at Fort Collins. Seeing some of that snowfall into the mountains right now. Temperatures on the cold side, this will mean rapid accumulation. Temperatures down into the mid-20s for most of us. And over the next few hours, any of that rain right now in southern Colorado flips over to snow. By tomorrow morning, that snow ends for us, but with some leftover flurries. But we've still got a few more inches of snow to go. I'm going to show you some of those updated estimated snowfall totals coming up for you in my full forecast.
All right, Chris, thank you. This afternoon, it was just rain hitting Castle Rock. This is video from I-25 heading southbound around 5 o'clock. That rain, though, has now turned to snow, and the roads are getting messy. 9 News reporter Brianna Clark is live for us in Castle Rock tonight. How's it looking there?
It is wet, it is slushy, it is snowy, it is messy, it's cold, it's everything pretty much tonight. It started snowing about 4 hours ago, but within this last hour is when it really started to accumulate, especially on the roadways. We've seen several plows come through here, plows down, scraping this roadway. Cars are going slow, so if you have to be out on the road, take it easy. So we've seen that wind. This is what's really impacting the visibility here. The wind is picking up, the snowflakes start flying, and it's really hard to see what's in front of you. Castle Rock police right now are on accident alert, which means they will only respond to certain accidents. If it involves injuries, if someone's under the influence, if it's a hit and run, those types of situations. If you find yourself in a fender bender, they ask that you file your own complaint online with Colorado State Patrol and to exchange your information with the other person. Douglas County schools right now, they are monitoring the weather. School starts tomorrow for the first time since they came back from spring break. That spring break might be lasting a little bit longer if they do have a snow day tomorrow, so parents keep your eyes on that. As of now, it's still up in the air. And the big concern is that morning commute. So it all depends on how long the snow falls for, how much wind comes, and how much accumulation is on that roadway. So folks, if you're gonna be out, just go slow. It is very, very hard to see.
All right, Brianna Clark for us in Castle Rock tonight. Thank you, Brianna. Now out west, the foothills are under a winter storm warning tonight for an area that already got hit hard by the last storm, now rolling through, and they're going to see another decent amount of snow again tonight. Angeline McCall is live for us in Golden tonight. Angeline, how's it looking there?
Well, the one thing I can tell you that we're, experiencing now is that it's much colder than when we were out earlier today, this afternoon, even just an hour ago. And you can really just see so much more snow also falling, and then that accumulation on the ground, something that Brianna also talked about down in Castle Rock. Look at the roads though, a little slushy. You could actually, I stepped on just on the side over here just to see what it was like. And over here it's really wet still. So even there's water on the roadway too going into the storm drains. That was something that we noticed earlier today, particularly down in the southwestern portion of Denver towards Inglewood and outskirts of Inglewood as well, is that we saw a lot of water on the roadway after hail in that area because there's just so much water content in what's coming out of the sky right now with the hail that was earlier today as well as the snow. Like Brianna mentioned, we just want to reiterate to take it slow on the roads. Something that a conversation I had with a gentleman, a homeowner earlier today, was that his concern is just, you know, with sitting water on the ground like this for several hours, then what you're going to see later on this evening or tomorrow morning potentially is you're going to see snow covering potentially ice. So that's going to be on your driveways when you're shoveling as well as when you're driving. So just keep that in mind. Jenny?
All right, Angeline, Forrest, and Golden tonight, thank you.